Alright. We want to make some flowers. We're going to make an orchid. And to do that, we're going to have petals made. So we're going to make petals, and we're going to make them out of copper. And then we're going to enamel them. Because we can. Okay? So what we do is we start with these little triangular shapes, and then you kind of trim the corners off a bit, get them into a little bit more natural shape. And of course there's symmetry in flowers, so you got to have things kind of be a little bit close, similar to each other, You know, there's different shapes and sizes, so we'll sort it all out, and we'll give them a little bit of forging treatment to make them look nice.
Very fine tenor saxophone.
And then we will go to, sorry about that, we'll go to assemble these pieces that we call flower petals in some kind of pleasing arrangement. That's the challenge. Now we're going for something that has the symmetry of a flower. So we try different things. We're not trying to make a specific kind of flower, because that would be something more like botany or taxidermy or something. We're just trying to do art here, so we're imagining what a flower looks like using some of our memory. We're not making a particular type of orchid, just I know I love orchids and they look kind of like this. So when we find something nice that looks pretty cool, kind of like a flower, then we have the job of enameling. So let's take these individual petals and group them so that we can have the symmetry that we're trying to maintain for flowers. So there we go. Now, of course, I haven't worked out the exact coloration. That's something I'm going to decide right now as I go. That's kind of how I like to do it. So these, I think, well, we'll do this. Let's make this happen. Now, might want to put your protective goggles on. Anyway, we want a very low torch. We don't want some nuclear blast furnace here. This is copper. So we're using a very small tip and a very light, small flame. I just don't want it to go too much oxygen. Anyway, that's pretty good. Now, of course, it would have been nice if I had worked this out ahead of time. But this is how we go here. Okay. Now, this is something you don't really want to do with your hands. So we're going to use gloves and pliers. You want to have ventilation. You want to use all appropriate safety procedures and precautions. Don't burn your hair. Don't burn your clothes. Don't burn your place of business down. Don't burn down your home. Just don't do it. All right. Now, it's really nice to have everything prepared ahead of time. Nice, but not 100% necessary, as you shall see. Okay, here's what I want to do. Now, there's a variety of ways to do this. This is but one of them. I'll tell you that it can be done this way. It's important not to heat it too fast or too high up temperature. Just get it to go melty. Okay. And it's always nice to be able to pause it a little more, keep it warm. What we're doing is kind of a rough thing, so trying for kind of a really color. Now when the metal's hot it sticks better, that's why I'm keeping it hot. Plus it's easier to avoid burning it when you just keep it warm. Just have a large amount of powder, it takes a little more heat. Of course, how much you apply